Hi everyone, welcome to another race with an everyday Zwifter. Today I'm doing the Road to Okinawa 2021 Stage 2. This is on the Three Sisters route, and today we're doing 21.3 kilometers in C grade. The A's and B's are doing 48.5 kilometers, I think. So it is not an anti-sandbagging race, so there could be all sorts of characters in this race. Coming into it though, that was not really much of my concern. I just saw it was a shorter race and that would be good enough for me. It's got over 800 meters of climbing involved, so it's going to be tough enough. Not sure how long it was going to take me, but thought it'd be good to do. Road to Okinawa. I'm trying to keep it even, but I'm pretty keen to be in the front group. I have no idea of what riders are in the race and their capability, but I figure if I don't overextend myself and just try and sit at the back of the front group, then all is well. Try to keep it under 4 watt a kilo, and that seems to have happened, so that's good. Not a bad sized field, 47 riders have started today. Lots of Japanese, of course. The Road to Okinawa is an actual road race in Japan. It'd be good if they actually had the route in Makuri Islands, wouldn't it? So anyway, we're on the front group. There's clear separation to whoever's coming next. And when I see that we're coming around this corner, we go, oh, righty, hitting the hills straight away, heading up to the Zwift com. All right, here, clock over 1 kilometer, and up we go. So no luck getting an easy warm-up start. If you're not warmed up, you're going to be in a world of trouble. Looks like most people here have warmed up. And if I want to stay with this group, it's time to put some watts down. So trying to average around 4. Just try and hang on to the tail of this group, and if I can, hopefully it'll come together again once we get to the top. But it's a bit of a climb, and I think it might all split up a bit. Putting down some watts. There's a bit of a sea of red in the power graph. At the time I didn't really notice. I knew it was going hard, but I was looking more up the road and what I had to do to catch up to a group that I could tack onto. Seeing a bit of a stretch out now in the front group over that first little hill, just speed things up a little bit. I am hoping it'll come together again. I know it will go down again, and then we can get some recovery in. Just try and catch up to this group. But what group? Where did they go? It's all strung out and everyone's riding for themselves. About now I look at the rider list and go, oh, there's a bit of a gap behind me, so I think this is the group I want to try and hang with. Oh no, is it this group? Keep going up the road, which of course means I have to put more power down if I want to catch them. Just got to pick a rider to ride with, really. Someone who's a similar speed and ability. No one's really looking to bunch up. I'm just trying to pick O'Neill here, and Mo's caught on, and if we can get some riders together and get a group or a blob, then we'll be able to collect a few single riders in front of us. TF comes flying through, and being on the downhill, I thought, oh, maybe he's my ticket back up to the front. So put a bit of extra power in and try and shoot onto his wheel, but he's pretty well flying. Quick super tuck. And Carl Mitch's got the right idea. So now we've caught on, although I'm pushing on a little bit. Now we're a group of 5. Hopefully we can catch some guys in front. TF's not really interested in group riding, he's just off. So far it's been a pretty hard start, a lot of red, quite a bit of yellow, not much of the relaxing green stuff. Hoping O'Neill can take me over now and we can work together, but all of a sudden the gap just stretches and we're out. So we're back to our group of 4. We're just trying to keep it out of the red zone. Again, not having done my research, I didn't have at the forefront of my mind what is actually going to happen later in the race. Because you start riding around here and go, oh yeah, there's some snowy mountains up there. We've climbed 74 metres, we've got another 750, 800 to go. Right, and I'm tired after all that fast, flat riding. I better pull my head in, ease back and recover the legs a little bit. So I'm just pulling back now to 2.5 watt a kilo range. Got the DT Swiss wheels on the Canyon frame today because they are much better, well not much, but they are better climbers than the 808s, much lighter. I'm not sure where the finish is actually, whether it's at the top or whether we come down again. So I chose the DT Swiss because they're fairly aero and they're good for going down as well as up. Just coming through the undersea tunnel and we get to the uphill out of it and O'Neill, he's off. And Carl Mitchell thinks, oh, well, that's a good idea. I'll follow that. And I'm like, no way. There's mountains covered. I'm not doing any sprinting or taking off. I'm starting to get the idea that maybe my legs are not too happy as well. Anyway, here's the first climb and I will use the momentum, chuck the feather out and try and bridge up again to these guys in front. You'd think I would have learned to pace myself, but no. I'm treating it all like a sprint race, like we're going up the leg snapper or something like that. And these guys come up from behind out of nowhere, like, I just looked behind and I didn't see anyone while they were 5 seconds back and now they're passing me like, oh my goodness. Now right about now, I'm starting to feel it in my legs. They're trying to be a little bit crampy. And I'm just trying to hang on to any wheel that comes by. But the power's just not there as the legs feel not great at all. So the heart rate's dropping because I'm slowing down. So I'm assessing my options and just trying to manage it and ride easily and try and get the legs to recover. Stop on this flat bit, stretch out the calf. I've totally forgotten what it's like to ride in these mountains. It's just never relenting gradient. But the riding brief didn't actually say where the finish was. The A's and B's head back from the Three Sisters down to the volcano and finish somewhere around there. But for the C's and D's, I don't know where we finish. Since I think I'm anticipating a downhill, I've put the all-rounder wheels on the DT Swifts, which are pretty good for climbing as well. Pair that with my Canyon Aero Road frame. So we'll see how we go. Because I was going so slowly, as rider after rider kept passing me, it was very depressing riding up this first part of the mountain. Eventually you get to the stage where there's not many riders left behind you. So you can see by the power chart below there's been a good few kilometres that I've eased the power off, and when McLeod came through I thought, oh, let's try and follow his wheel. He's not going too hard, 2.5 watt a kilo, not in sort of 3s and so on, so I thought, let's try that. And yeah, it didn't feel too bad, felt like I was able to hold his wheels, so alright, we're sort of back in the game at 37th on the road. At least we're able to pick up the speed and have some sort of contest again. And he seemed half interested in riding with someone. That's the thing about the mountain climbing races. I find them quite isolated. It's not too often that you ride with someone like on the flat races where you've got a whole bunch of people. But I was able to ride with McLeod and we were able to catch up to Cat Person. And then Cat Person quickly powered on past us again. I thought, whoa, that's a surging rider. And then we passed her back again. So I was able to hold anywhere between 2.5 to 3 watt a kilo, sometimes bursting now into the red just to try and hold McLeod's wheel as he surged up the hill. So that was good. Legs made a bit of a recovery. We're able to ride properly again. 3.5 kilometres to go. Still 400 metres of climbing. See my power graphs going all up and down over the shop again, but that's not too bad if I can get some greens and blues in between, and that helps my legs to recover. It was just at the start it was all red and yellows and no time for legs to recover their energy. Very conscious now to try and keep my power levels very even, so if I can keep it under 3, I will. As soon as I pass McLeod, I ease off. We get to the epic com. I'm not sure if he thinks it's the finish or he is off. I'm just maintaining my speed and power on the uphills anyway, until I see what's coming up. And I see on the minimap people are turning the corner to go up to the radio tower. I go, uh-oh, I hate that climb. Steep downhill here, so I sprint down, pick up a heap of speed, and bridge to 7 seconds back to Thompson and McLeod. Got the heart rate up a little bit, sapped a bit of energy, but able to sit in those greens and yellows again. And after a few hundred meters, the recovery comes. Got a draft bus to use, not sure I'm going to need that at 6 kilometers an hour. My avatar does some funny stuff just here, trying to get in the draft, but instead of just looks like he's crashing. I actually took the power off here just to pull him behind because it was driving me crazy. .8 kilometers to go, about 300 meters worth of climbing. .800 meters from 55 minutes. Let's see how many minutes that's going to take. Putting a surge in now. See if we can drop McLeod and catch up to Kawamitsu. Doesn't matter if the legs pack up now with 600 meters to go. Just ease off as I see the gap still closing. McLeod's numbers are up and down like a yo-yo, but he's closed back. He's going to 5s to 2s. I've seen other riders do that. I don't know if it's their trainer or just their riding style. Maybe it's just Zwift relaying the information across the internet and my computer inputting that. Slow down now to normal speed, 0.3 kilometers to go. I'm still trying to crash. McLeod's trying to push off the front a little bit. I'm looking at the mini map and that gradient thing, gee, it's 13%, it's still a bit steep to be going to 300 meters. On a normal race you'd go from 200 meters, but this one might be closer to 100 when you get up the top. That's assuming you've got anything left, of course. I've eased off a little bit, probably shouldn't have, and let a little gap grow. So I've got to pull that back. McLeod's starting to surge a little bit. He's pretty keen. The gradient's starting to ease off. Right, here comes my surge. Surge over the crest. What I didn't do was sprint from here because you can see the finish line. It's only 100 meters away. Hit the drafting boost for the sprint. And I go just a little bit too late. But anyway, that was a fun way to finish a very hard race. My legs are sore 2 days later still. So you see the top of the race, 4.6 watt kilos, like A level. So definitely some A's and B's running this race, and probably goes down to 19th, definitely 15th, so some big Watt riders in this race. And actually in Zwift Power I checked and I came 8th, not 39th. So takeaways for mountain climbing races: don't start too fast. Prepare, know your route, know your finish. Is it at the top of the mountain or is it down the bottom? That'll affect what wheel you choose. If you're at the top, you choose the lightest climbing wheel that you've got. If you're going to finish on a downhill, you probably want more of an all-rounder so you can go up and down. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll catch you later.